In this lesson, we will discuss about addressing rodent infestations, as well as identifying common rodent pests, rats and mice, trapping techniques and rodent proofing, using rodenticides, safely and effectively, and long-term rodent prevention strategies. Identifying common rodent pests, rats and mice. Rats and mice are both common rodents found in various habitats around the world. While they may look similar, there are several key differences between the two species. Let's start with rats. These creatures come in various shapes and sizes, but they all share some common characteristics that make them the masters of stealth. First, let's talk about their agility. Rats are incredibly nimble and can squeeze through unbelievably small openings. Second, rats have a talent for destruction. Chewed wires, gnawed furniture, and damaged insulation are just a few of the calling cards they leave behind. You know, you have a rat problem when you find your favorite couch turned into a cozy nest. Now let's move on to the miniature menaces, mice. With their tiny bodies and big appetites, they can easily infiltrate your home. Keep an eye out for chewed cardboard boxes and droppings that resemble mini grains of rice. Mice, unlike their larger counterparts, rats, are like the sprinters of the rodent family. With their sleek bodies and lightning-fast reflexes, they can maneuver through the tiniest of cracks and crevices. Trapping techniques and rodent proofing. When using traps to capture rodents, it is important to follow the right trapping techniques. One crucial factor is choosing the right type of trap. There are different types of traps, such as snap traps, glue traps, and live traps, each with different capabilities and effects. Therefore, you should choose the type of trap that best suits your needs and the severity of the infestation. Another essential consideration is the placement of the traps. Rodents tend to run along walls and other large objects, so it is best to place the traps in these areas where they are likely to travel. By doing this, you increase the chances of capturing them. Properly baiting the traps is also vital. You should use a small amount of bait, such as cheese, peanut butter, or chocolate, on the trigger of the trap to lure the rodents. It's best to avoid using too much bait, as it can expose the trap's trigger and make it easy for the rats to take the bait without getting caught. Lastly, for effective rodent control, you should check the traps regularly. Ideally, you should inspect the traps at least once a day. Once a rodent has been caught, dispose of it immediately to maintain a clean and hygienic environment. Next is the rodent roofing. Rodent roofing is an important factor to consider when it comes to protecting your home from rodent infestations. First is seal off all entry points. Carefully inspect the building and ensure that there are no openings that would allow rodents to get in. Seal off all gaps, cracks, and holes with appropriate materials. Next, keep the area clean. Rodents are attracted to dirt and clutter. Ensure that the area is kept tidy and free from any food debris or rubbish. Lastly, maintain proper storage. Food storage is a crucial aspect of rodent proofing. Ensure all food is tightly sealed and stored in containers that are not easily accessible to rodents. Using rodenticides safely and effectively. Rodenticides are designed to eliminate those pesky pests and bring peace back into our lives. Rodenticides work by enticing rats with a delicious treat, only to have them meet their untimely demise. But it's not just about getting rid of the rats. It's about safeguarding our health and the well-being of our loved ones. Some commonly used ones include Contract Blocks Rodenticide. This is a highly effective rodenticide that contains bromadiolone as the active ingredient. It is capable of controlling various types of rodents, including rats and mice. We also have Final Soft Bait Rodenticide. This rodenticide has brodifacoum as its active ingredient. It is extremely palatable to rodents and usually kills them within a few days of consumption. Next is Talon Weatherblock XT Rodenticide. This is a highly effective rodenticide with bromethylene as its active ingredient. It is capable of killing both rats and mice within a few days of consumption. We also have Neogen Havoc Rodenticide. This rodenticide contains brodifacoum as its active ingredient and is very attractive to rodents. It is capable of controlling various types of rodents like rats, mice, and voles. And lastly, JT Eaton Rodenticide. This rodenticide contains difacinone as its active ingredient. It is available in both pellet and block forms and capable of killing both rats and mice. How to use rodenticides effectively. In this section, we will delve into the art of effective application when it comes to using rodenticides. First things first, identify the rodent problem. Determine the type of rodent you are dealing with and the extent of the infestation. This will help you choose the appropriate rodenticide and determine the best strategy for application. Next is, choose the right rodenticide. There are different types of rodenticides available. Depending on your situation, select a rodenticide that is suitable for eliminating the specific rodent species you are targeting. We also need to read and follow the instructions. Carefully read the instructions provided by the manufacturer on the label of the rodenticide. Follow the recommended dosage, application methods, and safety precautions. Adhering to the instructions will enhance the efficacy and minimize the risk of accidental exposure. Next is proper bait placement. Rodenticides need to be placed strategically to attract rodents. Identify areas where rodent activity is observed, such as near nesting sites, burrows, or areas where droppings are found. Next is monitor and replenish. Check the rodenticide regularly to see if it has been consumed and replenish as needed. This will ensure that an adequate amount of rodenticide is available to effectively eliminate the rodent population. Using rodenticides comes with responsibilities and a need for safety measures like wearing gloves and keeping those lethal goodies far away from children and pets. Remember, prevention is key here. Keep those rodenticides hidden in a safe and secure place, somewhere that only adults can access.